Welcome to episode 23 of the Real Talk Lineup. We are your go-to podcast for hilarious hot takes on the latest in pop culture. I'm your host, JoJo.
And I'm Ronnie Cole.
And our rotating podcast buddy, Big Boz, is in the house.
Boz.
Hey, what's going on? I get to be the token male in the house.
Yeah.
We love it.
I do too, because I'm surrounded by women. This is not a bad thing for a heterosexual male.
That's right. That's
Not
right.
a bad thing.
That's right. Especially when you're as good looking as we are, JoJo.
That's right.
Oh, I thought they were going to say me.
Supermodel.
Now, Boz, let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
There is a reason that their picture's on the logo, apparently.
Maybe we'll add him in the corner, like real, like down low in the corner. All right.
Small.
In the corner, like,
Look at that.
when do I go on? Is it my week? You know.
Oh, all right. On this week's episode, Medea's going to court.
Has she already been in? Has she already been in court in at least one movie?
She went to jail.
At least one.
Yeah.
She went to jail.
Didn't go well the first time. I'm interested in this one.
Well, I'm very interested in this. And apparently watching Diddy have sex causes vertigo.
Oh,
Speaking of courtrooms.
I bet it does.
And Trump Mobile, a new service with unlimited talk and zero accountability.
I cannot wait.
It's all this and much, much more up next on the Real Talk Lineup.
They have to be following him every moment of the day.
J-Lo getting divorced?
He still contributed to society.
I think maybe marijuana.
That is not obvious. How did that happen?
I would be too afraid, but sometimes I'm like, man, I need a little boost. On this week's Celebrity Breakdown, actor Derek Dixon, known for playing Dale on Tyler Perry's show The Oval, has filed a $260 million lawsuit against Perry of sexual assault and workplace harassment. Dixon claims Perry pursued him sexually after casting him in a small role, allegedly making unwanted advances at Perry's home, sending explicit texts, and groping him in a later encounter in 2021. Dixon said he feared losing his job if he rejected Perry outright and eventually quit in 2024 after filing a complaint with the EEOC. Tyler Perry's team strongly denies the allegations, calling the lawsuit a fabricated scam intended to extort money. The case is ongoing.
Tyler Weinstein.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Clearly.
I never thought I'd see the day that he's added to this ongoing list.
Are you serious? No.
Really?
I think somebody else is going to say something too.
Well, there wasn't a guy, and I can't remember his name, but I guess he was alluding to the fact that he was sexually assaulted by Tyler.
Yep.
But he wouldn't say that it was actually him.
Exactly, because they paid him.
But I'm always going to say this. The problem that I have is that these people are asking for money. They're not filing criminal charges.
Exactly.
You didn't say anything when it happened because you wanted to advance your career. And now that your career is established.
You got to be careful with that one. You got to be careful whenever somebody says that, well, they didn't say anything in the time. The argument for that is a lot of people are traumatized.
They are.
And whenever they come forward, and you have to kind of, I'm totally in agreement with you about a lot of that. But that's always going to be the pushback on that. It's like, well, you're kind of
well, no, I understand that.
blaming at that.
I'm not victim blaming, but I'm saying that it doesn't sit well with me when alleged victim of sexual assault and no one's filing criminal charges.
Yeah.
You just want the money.
Just a payback.
That part, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree, but they always say that the trauma keeps them from doing it, or the stigma, or
and I get that
they feel ashamed or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of that.
I get that, but you don't want to say anything because you're afraid of losing your job. That's saving your career, and now that you have an established career, now you want to come out and say something.
Yeah, I agree.
Makes him look like an opportunist.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
And he could have been sexually assaulted. Like, we don't know. And if he has,
I believe.
And
if he has, then criminal charges should be brought against Tyler Perry.
And they can add charges too if he did it in the Madea dress, because that's even more
God.
traumatizing for the guy.
Have you read the text messages?
I was going to, but I didn't, because I'm so skeptical of seeing these things, because I don't know if they're AI or if they're fabricated.
That's what a lot of it seemed like. And it wasn't like the threads that they were showing. None of it matched.
Okay.
Like it was a conversation from a Monday in June, and then there was like the next conversation was September, and then the following one was like 2 days after that.
I didn't get that
encounter.
far.
Like it was, nothing was in order, nothing was chronological, nothing
because they're
was
trying to make it look like
like this
something
was an ongoing thing. And I was just like,
I couldn't figure that out. I only got past the first two, and then I got vertigo, and I passed out.
not yet.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I'm
Don't
one
pass
story.
out yet. Don't pass out yet.
One story ahead. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, I can't wait to see what the outcome is. Tyler Perry and his team are going to try their damnedest to not have to pay them people that got any money.
I mean, $260 million, that's ridiculous. Like that, and I don't care. No amount of money is going to
Make
fix.
you right.
It's not going to fix what happened if it really happened.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, it's not going to make you right in the head. It's not going to make you feel better in your life at all. I mean, I think punitive damages, there certainly should be some level of punishment.
Absolutely.
And these people should be made whole in some way, at least, something to help. But that kind of money is way over the top. And it goes all the way back to Michael Jackson days when, Michael foolishly settled it because to get it out of the press because, and that's why he said the first time. And then after that, all of a sudden people started coming out of the woodwork and that can happen. And so you run the risk. So who knows? Is there any word on what he's going to do? Is he going to actually pursue this? Tyler?
Oh, I'm sure his legal team said they're strongly denying the allegations. They're calling it a scam.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're going to fight it tooth and nail.
Yeah, they are.
And I feel like, and I get when victims are traumatized at the time and this and that, but I honestly feel in order for things like this to stop, when it happens, someone has to say something. They need to report it to the police because these people keep thinking they can get away with doing this to people.
Yeah.
And when they end up, when they have to go to court for criminal charges, I think it might deter them a little bit, I would think, from doing this.
Agreed. Derek's going to milk it, though, because a lot of like the text message conversation, Tyler was like trying to be flirtatious and trying to be real, like I guess it was flirting. I don't know. But Derek kept bringing up the fact that he was in therapy and he struggled with intimate relationships and stuff like that. So he's probably going to use the trauma card anyway. Yeah, because there was an underlying issue that he was already being treated for. Pertaining to his mental health. So we'll see. But it definitely did happen. I think Tyler Perry absolutely did
and
approach this man.
And if he did,
I don't feel like it might have been traumatic, but it was probably inappropriate simply because he's an employee.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
Hired him. So that dynamic alone should warrant the disciplinary action. Whatever,
Not no $260 million.
Not no check, but he does need to get in trouble.
No, I agree. All right, moving on to our Diddy update. Are you okay?
Excuse me.
The Diddy trial was paused Wednesday after a juror developed vertigo on their way to court. The delay came after a dramatic day in court where jurors watched graphic sex videos involving Diddy, Cassie, and male escorts. The content was so intense, the courtroom went silent except for the audible moans leaking from the jurors' headphones.
Don't use leaking.
I could visualize it. Diddy's ex-assistant, Brendan Paul, who received immunity, was expected to testify, but will now appear when court resumes Friday after the Juneteenth holiday. These poor jurors.
They are catching hell. They really are.
Well, you know what happens, when you have to twist and turn yourself upside down to see what's in the video,
exactly.
You can get dizzy and fall down. It can happen to people,
But what's the point of them making them watch him and Cassie and the guy having sex?
My entire thought.
I was going to ask you, is it the prosecution or the defense that's showing the videos? Because to me, it makes sense if you're the defense, you're trying to show that people were not coerced and that they were not being forced to do it. That's the only reason I can think that why you would show it. If it's a prosecution, that means the videos look like these people, they look like they're going to the death camps. They basically have the really bad looks on their face trying to have sex with these escorts and everything. Then it looks like they're being forced to do it. So, but if it looks pleasurable, then that would be something in the defense's camp. It can't be that pleasurable if people are falling down, you.
I need to know how old this person was, and did they have any pre-existing conditions?
And did they clear the courtroom
just
for
get
this?
vertigo, right?
You
Like,
know?
oh no, I'm falling.
There's a line around the block. They're selling tickets at the front door. I've heard it because I heard them talking about these videos. They were talking about the threat of them coming out, right? At one point.
Exactly.
And now they're showing them?
Yeah.
In court. You know? I mean,
as evidence.
I don't understand the angle and the reason for doing that.
The relevance, yeah. I'm not.
So it was the defense team showing the video.
So they're trying to show that this was all on the up and up, that people wanted to be doing this.
These were willing participants.
I'm sure these are selected videos. I'm sure
of course. Of course.
The ones where they're yelling, okay, safe word. They're not showing those. You know?
I wonder if
porcupine.
Right.
Oh my God. I wonder if it embarrasses Diddy that other people are watching these videos.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
What? It might be.
Getting his rocks off
You
on
think
that.
so?
Yeah. He's been waiting for this for a year.
I'm surprised the judge hasn't stopped the court proceedings and say, hey, listen, stop looking at the
put
jurors
that thing
way.
away. Well, put that thing away.
They were saying, you know,
Sean,
of course, they
put it away. Nasty.
But it said the footage wasn't available for anyone else in the court to watch except for the actual jurors.
So they could only hear the moaning through.
Zip.
Can you imagine?
No.
Sitting in the audience.
Why can't we be on this jury?
God, I don't understand it.
Oh my God. And then his ex-assistant must really know some shit and was involved in some stuff if he was given immunity to testify. So I'm very interested to see what he has to say.
Oh, are you kidding? The assistants know everything. The assistants see it all.
Well, he must be involved in it because they're giving him immunity.
Yeah. I mean, it's so funny. They at least they found the assistant that knows something. I remember I was watching CNN, and they had this assistant who was like an assistant for like a week or for like a month or something like that. And they were trying to get information out of her, you know, on CNN.
Yeah.
And she was trying to give provocative answers, but you know, you can only see so much within a month, and I'm sure you only let her see so much with it. But she was talking about stuff, so she had things to say after a month. So if this was an assistant that was there longer period of time,
they definitely have
to say
good stuff too.
But
I'm still trying to figure out where the crimes are. When are we gonna get to that?
I don't know.
How long is this trial expected to take?
They said approximately 8 weeks. So if it's at day 25 or 26, like we're halfway through.
Wow.
I'm just ready for the shit to hit the fan.
Me too.
Where is it?
I don't see it either.
Where's the proof? Because I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but show me.
Yeah.
Because I know it did. Because he's a nasty fucker. He is a deplorable little nasty.
You got to prove it in court.
If you're nasty and efficient, that's where the problem is that, you know, he's obviously covered his tracks pretty well up until now. So
yeah.
Well, speaking of nasty and efficient, Smokey Robinson is not being charged with anything.
Good.
Due to insufficient evidence.
Smokey, you are clear. I'm glad you found that out.
I did. I was so stressed.
I was thinking about him earlier today. I'm like, whatever happened with Smokey?
So you're saying there's no Smokey gun?
No.
I see what you did there, Boz.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Boz and his dad jokes.
I second that emotion.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was good.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, he's so smart. He's so witty.
Very.
That's why we keep him
quick.
around.
When
He's quick.
Comes to Motown, yeah, I am.
Okay. All right, now they're kidnapping U.S. citizens. New York City comptroller and mayor. I can't say that word. Mayoral candidate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just think oral.
Oh.
Mayoral. Oh, now I can say it. Mayoral. Candidate Brad Lander.
Oral rules all.
All right, this Brad Lander was arrested Tuesday at Manhattan's immigration court after attempting to escort a migrant who was being detained by federal agents. Lander, who had been monitoring ICE activity at court appearances, was released hours later from federal custody. He denied posing any threat, and video footage appeared to show a nonviolent encounter. Supporters, including Governor Kathy Hochul, gathered upon his release. However, the Department of Homeland Security accused him of assaulting and obstructing federal officers, warning that no one is above the law. His arrest added His arrest adds to a growing trend of Democratic politicians clashing with immigration enforcement. Did you guys see the video?
I did not.
I did, and the conversation about assault would be over in 2 seconds if you saw that video.
Really?
Because they had his arms behind his back. They had like 10 guys on him at one point, shoving him against the wall. And if you looked at this guy, I don't think he's seen
not the fighting type.
He hasn't seen a green vegetable in a while. I don't think he's been. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with him. Here's the thing that bugs me so much about this. Here's what he says he has been doing. He has been, trying to come to the defense of a lot of these people that go to court on these immigration charges and whatnot. And then if they are acquitted and the court case is done, he's basically escorting them back and forth to court, escorting them to their car so that they don't get yanked by one of those thugs to take them in a nice vehicle away. Kidnapped, as it were. So all he's doing, after they've already gone through the process and they've been said, okay, you're free to go.
Right.
These guys are going to try to nab him in the hallway. He's walking them out. So they're mad at him for doing that, and then yanked him and threw him up against the wall now because it's apparently somebody was there and saw him doing it previously. He had been doing this with a bunch of, I think he'd been doing like 20-some people. He had done it already. And they said, okay, well, they're coming after him now.
That's some bullshit.
It is. And this man is only trying to help people.
Right.
And I'm sorry, this country is built on immigrants. Every single person who...
It is.
Every single person in this country is from a family of immigrants.
Indeed.
You're not a Native American?
Actually,
originally from here?
I actually do have part Native American in my family. Very small, very, very small. But
I'm just kidding. You have to be pure Native American. Yeah. No, nobody is. And, except for one person, probably the guy in the White House who thinks there's no mixture there.
He created America.
Yeah, of course.
And if you say otherwise, it's illegal.
It's illegal.
Lock you up.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth,
Father
Buzz.
of our country.
Watch your mouth, boss.
Apologies. I thought it was George Washington. I'm going to go back on all of my schooling and try to get even with those teachers.
Yeah. Let's rewrite history.
How come you didn't mention Trump to me when I was in third grade?
Please.
Oh, my God.
Explain yourself.
Yeah. That diploma means nothing.
Oh, my God. All right. Apparently, Mariah Carey doesn't believe in time.
Yeah, explain this one to me. I couldn't get with this.
Mariah says she doesn't believe in time, not clocks, birthdays, or even the concept itself. In a recent UK radio interview, Carey explained that she prefers to celebrate anniversaries instead of birthdays and avoids using clocks altogether. When asked how she scheduled things, she joked and said that someone else would handle it for her.
That's not a joke.
Embracing her legendary diva status, Carey lives in her own timeless reality. Or, as she puts it, she just lets it go.
What?
Must be nice to be rich.
To be rich in Delulu.
Okay, so I've never been a big fan of the term white privilege or just privilege in general. I've never been a big fan because it does exactly the opposite of what it's trying to do.
This is diva privilege.
Yeah, when your net worth is $321 million, you have the ability to be
in this
timeless.
Case, I'm fine with that. What? I'm fine with the term with her. I think, especially when you get to her stage in life, she probably doesn't want to think about time. Because,
exactly.
She has
it's ticking.
Yeah, it's ticking. And
that's what I was thinking.
She's afraid of the plastic surgery starting to sag if she actually acknowledges time.
No, that's what I was thinking. She's probably getting to a stage in her life where she doesn't want to think about it because it's running out.
Yeah.
And unlike the rest of us, she has the privilege of being able to do that, I guess. And we have somebody else scheduling your life for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And whatnot. Time to pick up the twins from karate practice or whatever. How old are they now?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
They're going to be teenagers.
Yeah.
McKenna, how old are your kids? I know you're listening. I know you're listening.
She's planning for, Christmas. She's planning for Christmas.
Is.
She starts planning early.
It is June.
Christmas in July, Gets a few more bucks off of that song.
Yeah.
We were talking about that in the office here today, that she apparently makes $2 million a year off of that tune generally.
Really?
Yeah, Rhonda, our education director here, looked it up apparently, and so she makes that much money every year, which makes sense. The song is probably the only hit that she has annually.
Oh, yeah.
Anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But
must be nice to be rich and you don't have to do anything. You just have
sit around
to
and
let the song play.
wait for the season to start.
And she started that way, because she married Tommy Mottola, who was the head of her record label. So she didn't have to tour. She didn't have to promote her album. She didn't have to do anything that she didn't want to do because he was in charge of the label. And so, it goes back to that.
Right.
And that's probably has something to do with the deal that she got on that Christmas album.
Right.
And she's making all that money because she got a better deal than anybody does for, doing Christmas songs.
Yeah.
She got lucky with a Christmas classic, but
she is an amazing singer. I will never say that she's not.
She was an amazing
singer at one point. That very, very high note is getting a little flat, just a little.
It's a little rocky, shaky a little bit.
Not as much as you would think, when you lip sync, it usually is perfect pitch.
It's true. As of April 30th, the twins are 14 years old.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Time flies.
So, yeah, correct.
Mariah doesn't know that, by the way, because she hasn't seen them in about 6 months.
Oh, yeah. There's no concept
She doesn't
of time.
celebrate their birthdays. So I think they're, from when she stopped celebrating birthdays, they're probably about 8 still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
My 14th anniversary of giving birth.
That's how she
looks at time.
Yep.
Well,
Delulu. I want to be rich enough to be Delulu too.
Me too.
Oh.
All right. Well, speaking of people who live in their own little reality, it is now time for Trump Tales.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country.
Yum, yum. Oh, my God.
A little barbecue sauce is not bad, actually.
Here, go grab that cat in that yard over there for me. All right.
That's why we do the fire in the backyard.
Going right on the smoker.
That's right.
That's it.
Rotate.
Yep. The Trump Organization has launched a new venture, Trump Mobile.
Oh.
It's a cell phone service announced by Donald Trump Jr. on Monday. The service offers a plan called the 47 Plan, named after Trump's bid to become the 47th president. It costs $47.45 a month. Ha ha ha. And it includes perks like telemedicine, roadside assistance, and global texting. Trump Mobile claims to use all 3 major U.S. carriers, Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile, for nationwide 5G coverage.
You do have to make sure and supply some sort of a birth certificate, because if you are an immigrant, it comes with a tracking device.
Oh, my gosh.
The brand also unveiled a gold smartphone, the T1 phone.
Of course, a gold one. Of course.
Featuring 256 gigs of storage, which that is quite amazing. Yeah. A headphone jack.
Oh, wow. I'm so excited for that.
The Android 15 operating system, and a design marked with T1 and an American flag. It's available for pre-order at $499 with a deposit of $100. The release date is still unclear, and despite the Trump name, Donald Trump Sr. is reportedly not directly involved in the project. Nice. I call bullshit. He is involved in this project.
Do they have a family plan? I would love to see the prices.
Of course they do. It's like 256 gigabytes of fake news, apparently.
Yeah.
So.
Literally.
And he's saying he's not involved, but what better way to spy on people than to give them a cell phone?
A phone.
Come on now.
Yep, that's exactly right.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's
how
trust me,
he thinks. He thinks everybody's just as stupid as he is. That's what it is.
You know how on your cell phone, right? That first button is 911. On his, it's ICE. Direct line to ICE. Direct line to ICE.
Exactly.
And I just heard. I just got a text her. Oh yeah. Okay. Ryan Reynolds is getting out of the phone business now because Trump is in now. Okay.
Oh my God.
Was he at Simple Mobile? I'm so sorry.
Mint Mobile.
Yeah. He's like, I'm done.
Sorry, Ryan. Sorry, Ryan.
Yeah.
And
he's selling it to George Clooney.
Oh, my God. And they're saying that these phones are going to be made in America, and experts are saying impossible. It's not happening.
Yeah, did he say? I'm sorry. Did he say $499,000? I'm sorry for this.
Right.
Because it's going to cost to buy them.
A few digits off of there.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
That is an $100 deposit.
Yeah, then experts are saying that the phone is basically a ripoff of the Revel 7 Pro 5G phone made in China.
Exactly.
So
that's what mine is. It's a piece of shit.
mine's a piece of shit too.
Made in 2012. It's still got a headphone jack.
That's why I'm like, oh yes.
I mean, I'm happy because
I need it.
Yeah, we're old. We like the headphone jack.
Aye.
But most people are going, really?
Right.
So
retro.
Yes.
Right.
So Todd Weaver, he's the CEO of Purism phone company. I guess they actually do make a phone. Well, like 100% in the USA, the phone costs like $2,000 because they're making it here in the US. But he said unless the Trump family secretly built out a secure onshore or nearshore fabrication operation over years without anyone noticing, it's simply not possible to deliver what they're promising.
I want to see the maintenance floor. I want to see where these phones are being built. I want to see who's making them. Who do you think is making these phones?
The little Chinese kids on the assembly line.
That's right. If they're in America, they need to go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
If you're following Trump's logic.
Did you guys see the interview about the flagpoles yesterday?
I refuse to watch it.
They're the most amazing flagpoles in the whole world. You'll never see a flagpole like it.
Ever.
It's just the best flagpole in the country. Yeah. And then he had these like workers standing behind him during this interview, the guys that were putting up the flagpole, and he asked them if they were illegal immigrants. He's
on camera?
Yes. And then
it's called a Trump stream of consciousness.
Yes. And then he told the guys, he said, one of you guys are going to become famous because of this. You're going to be a movie star and you're going to work with a famous director, but not Harvey Weinstein, because Harvey Weinstein's in a little bit of trouble right now. Like, he was just rambling on and on. It was amazing.
He's a crackhead. I'm going to have to watch that.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was so funny. It was the funniest thing.
Even the flags are saying this is an amazing poll. The flags themselves like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch it.
Jeez. This is crazy.
Stop.
And the whole thing was airing on the fake news. So
I told you he makes my head hurt.
Oh my God.
I have to minimize my Trump intake.
It's so funny though.
Strippers in town love the polls. They know polls. And these are the best polls. If they were smaller, they would be climbing on them as we speak, upside down, probably sliding off with way too much baby oil.
Here we go with the baby oil. I want to fight him. I just want to fight him. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, it is now time.
I don't want to see you get hurt, with Secret Service.
They're going to kill me.
Yeah.
It's true.
The Undertaker goes down,
Thank
we
you.
need our Sasha.
Thank you for looking out for me, boss. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Sasha. Anytime. That's what I'm here for. That's what family's for.
That's right.
Sorry, are we back to normal now?
We're never back to normal.
All right.
Normal? Who does that?
Sorry, this show's new normal.
All right, it is now time for Ronnie Cole's question of the day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, this is getting harder and harder for me to... Okay. I'm going to keep it simple.
Okay. Like simple.
What's your favorite word?
Favorite word? That's not simple.
It's simple. What's your favorite word?
I always say, and I never knew that I said it until my sister brought it to my attention. And now everybody brings it to my attention. I'll always say, do you know what I'm saying?
Do you
That would
say
be a
that?
phrase, yeah.
Is that what that's what I say, right? Do you know what I'm saying?
She does. And here's what happened, because I pointed it out to her as well. And so now,
noticed.
here's how I got her to realize it. If she says something, she says, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, I do know what you're saying. And I say that every single time. And then she starts laughing because she realizes what I'm doing it. So, but
I've never heard you say that.
Really? I don't realize that I say that.
Maybe I just don't.
It's a
realize
pet
that
peeve
you're
of
saying
mine.
it either.
It's a pet peeve of mine because there's so many people do it. That, and
so you notice it
I notice it right away,
Yeah.
and it's partially because I'm in the business, and you're not allowed to be repetitive and all this stuff when you're an announcer. But it just drives me nuts because I remember LL Cool J at one point in an interview he was and every other phrase was, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, and it was driving me crazy. I mean, worse than usual, right? Because this guy wrote all these great songs and all this stuff, and he gets in the interview and it's, you know what I'm saying, and then. Maybe about a couple of years later, I heard another interview with him. Somebody got to him because he didn't do it at all.
Really?
He didn't do it at all. And I was just like, and I did an interview with him later and he was great. And it was none of that. But it was somebody got to him and said, "Listen, you got to stop that."
Well, it's
And
something
you can get out of that. You can.
Yeah, it's something that you don't realize until somebody points it out to you, and I still just I don't
You just say it.
I still don't realize when I
Point
say
it out
it.
to you. You know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I've never heard you say that.
Oh,
Well, she doesn't do it the same way that a lot of people I know do it, because they say it just kind of like they say the F word every other word. It's like they say, you know what I'm saying?
Don't talk about me in my face like that.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But no, when people are talking about, you know what I'm saying, when she says it, you know what I'm saying, right? They say it all the time. It's like part of their, demeanor, the part of their language. But with her, it's like she's trying to make a point, and then she says it, but she still doesn't remember that she said it. Yeah.
well,
Yeah, I don't like when people say "you feel me."
you feel me? Yeah,
That annoys my baby.
that is irritating. Well, I guess to answer your question, my favorite word would be Donnie Wahlberg.
Again, it's 2 words, and it's a proper name.
I am going to delete. I'm going to delete that part out of this edit.
No, you're not.
Daddy Wahlberg.
What's your favorite word, Ronnie Cole?
It's profanity.
Oh, okay.
Just pick one. I like them all.
Oh, you like the swear words?
I have a potty mouth. My mouth has gotten much better now that my son is like in school.
Yeah.
But before, when he was little, we would have profanity competitions. Like we would cuss each other out, and I'm just like, this cannot be healthy for his brain.
Not at all. No, it
But yes,
can't.
I like bad
No,
words.
motherfucker, it can't.
Yeah, exactly.
It just needs to be said right. You need to be
You
Sam
gotta
Jackson.
say it right.
Yeah.
You got to be Samuel L. Jackson saying motherfucker. Nobody says motherfucker better than him.
You gotta do it right. But my favorite non-bad word is absolutely.
Oh,
I say that 1,000 times a day.
I think you do. Now
I do.
that you pointed it out,
I do.
I know that you
I do.
say
I
that.
say it a lot.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to the old shows. I say it a lot.
Absolutely.
It's my favorite word. I don't know.
To listen
why.
to this show.
Yeah.
Which rewind a few minutes.
Absolutely.
What about you, Big Boz?
I have to think about it. I don't really have a favorite word. I will tell you maybe the most impactful word I can think of is outstanding. When you say that to somebody, you say excellent, or you say really good, or awesome, or whatever. When people compliment somebody, those are almost the exact same word. But when you say outstanding, it elevates it.
You mean outstanding, like our podcast?
Absolutely.
Yes,
See?
exactly.
There it
Okay.
is.
Yes. Not to mention the fact that, I'm having some budgetary problems lately and I have a few outstanding bills, and people are, no, I'm kidding. But
Well, that's all right.
I'm kidding, not kidding.
Join the club.
But, yes.
right.
But no, I especially as a instructor now, if I want to encourage people, I'll use those terms like absolutely, really good, excellent, that kind of thing. If somebody is gone the extra mile, cut above, I had to figure out a way to separate that from outstanding. I remember there's a radio personality that used to use that term all the time. When people would say, "How you doing?" He would say, "Outstanding," and it felt different. And I'm like, I'm going to use that more, especially if I'm really doing well today, or I can't believe that I just saw that. That's outstanding. I like that.
You know what else
I
is
like that.
outstanding?
What's that?
The Gap Band.
Oh, jeez.
Girl, you knocked me out.
I used to.
I love that song.
I used to.
too.
That's one of those misheard lyrics. I thought got somebody pregnant. Girl, you knocked me up.
Oh, stop.
Yes.
There's another song years ago. So you're in my system. I don't know if you ever heard that song.
No.
Oh, that was a popular song. Robert Palmer did it, and there was a group called The System did it. I always thought it was Sister. I was like, I always hear the worst words in songs.
Buzz is
He's a sexual deviant.
he's so raunchy.
I am
Never
not.
known this side of you.
I am not. You're nice.
Okay.
Can't nobody hold me down.
Oh.
I can't stop, won't stop.
I've been dying to use that.
Can't slide, won't slide.
I've been dying to use that in like our Diddy conversation, and I always forget to say it.
So good. So good.
No, somebody's seen. Apparently,
so good.
apparently, they can be held down. That
Yo.
what they saw in the video and caused the vertigo.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Ew.
And now, here we are.
I don't know how they got any work done in those videos with all the sliding off of the bed with all the baby oil.
That damn diddler.
DD, as in Diddy. Yeah, Diddy did.
Diddy did it.
Damn
do
diddler.
it. Damn did.
Oh, he did it.
See, innocent until proven guilty, dear.
Who? Not him.
Not in America. Not in America.
Not in America.
Not in
where?
America. Not here.
That's right.
Guilty.
Guilty.
That's right. If
We
you're
ain't even gonna give you no lawyer.
You don't need it.
you in the hallway of a courthouse, you're done. I heard that accent all the way across the room. Get up against the wall.
Get him. He's a Democrat.
That's right. 10 agents, but he's assaulting them.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh my God. It is now time to board the crazy train.
I love the crazy
So
train.
do I. These people are weird. Apparently, a burglar stole a GPS device.
What?
In Germany, a man broke into an electronics store and stole several high-end GPS devices, thinking he'd hit the jackpot. What he didn't realize was that the devices were display models still connected to the store's tracking system. Police simply followed the GPS signal directly to his apartment, where they found him trying to sell them online.
You don't even need to read the second line of that story.
Right.
The minute you said GPS track, I already knew the ending.
He's a crackhead. He has to be a crackhead. They're all crackheads.
I can't dumb with these dumb people. Like, I can't do it.
That's right.
Why did
This
he
is-
not think? Oh my
This is the electronic version of Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Yes.
Yes.
Basically.
Exactly.
Oh my
There you
God.
go. Catch me. Catch me.
I'm right
You
here.
know, of all, why are
With
you,
all these signals. It's me. I'm right here.
and why are you stealing GPS devices? What are you
Well, who's
doing?
buying
He was
those?
selling them
Who's buying them?
I don't know.
Got a phone right there.
I remember one time my sister, I was talking to her on the phone. I said, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm Googling where to return my GPS device."
so weird.
It's a GPS. It was just so
It
weird.
sounds weird.
If you look closely in the device, it probably tells you where to
It
send
tells
it.
you where to go.
Yeah.
It'll tell you where to go. Second car in the crazy train. Robber tries various methods to rob. In Spain, a guy tried to rob a small grocery store with his grandmother's cane.
Oh my God.
The
Oh
guy
my
was at the counter asking for money. He used the old finger in the jacket trick
No.
to make it look like he had a gun, but the clerk wasn't buying it. Just then, the man's grandmother happened to walk up to the checkout, so the robber grabbed her cane and threatened the clerk with it. The clerk thought the situation was so funny, and she laughed until both the grandmother and the robber walked out of the
That's
store.
me. That would have been me. I was like, you cannot be serious. You cannot. You cannot.
I'm trying very hard not to picture.
I'm
grabs the
picturing
cane,
it.
And grandma goes kathunk. And
Yes.
and the person behind the counter is laughing.
Yes.
This poor woman who it says at the end of the story here that she walked out of the store, but not easily. I'm telling you.
Poor grandma.
Poor grandma.
She probably didn't even know what was going on.
She doesn't. She probably had vertigo. Like the
The jurors.
That's right. See, I got a gun here. See,
Yes.
That's exactly what it reminds me
Yes.
of. Like,
That's what I was thinking.
Get away from
nobody
here.
here moves. See,
I would have been laughing too. If I was in there, I would have been
take a
laughing
few
too.
Pall Malls behind the counter. See, yeah, I need some big size Reese's. See,
You do that so well.
thank you very much.
just
A
like
lot of
it.
Edward G. Robinson movies from the 20s. Yes.
That's what I was going to say. Is this 1922? Like, what's going
That's
on?
right.
Happening.
That's right.
The world has gone crazy.
People are nuts.
They really are.
Did the guy happen to have a handkerchief over his mouth?
I would doubt it. I would doubt
Wow.
it. Grandma's
The guy,
handkerchief.
we found him real easy. Why? He's the guy in the derby over there. Very, very well dressed.
Derby.
Yeah, see? That's right, see?
This
You're not going to get me, coppers.
Makes my
easy.
stomach hurt.
He's
It makes my
easy.
stomach hurt.
He's easy to pick out of a crowd, this guy.
my God.
That is pitiful. He should be ashamed of himself. Should be embarrassed.
Lord.
Stupid.
The old finger in the jacket trick. I like that.
Why would he think that would work?
No.
The only thing worse than
Nobody
that
does that
is
anymore.
putting your hand inside of a paper bag and saying, I got a gun.
Yep. See, just as bad.
That guy.
Terrible.
Oh, my God. I
Terrible.
can't. Oh.
They annoy me so bad. I just don't even know what to do.
All right, what do you got there?
All
What do
right.
you got there, girly girl?
Last car on the crazy train. A Brazilian bank was ordered to pay a former secretary $9,000 after her boss told her to keep a plastic turtle on her desk. The boss told his secretary to keep the toy turtle there to remind her of how slow she worked.
I would have kicked his ass. I would have kicked his ass. How dare you? Sucker. Piss me off.
Like, how do people have balls like that? Like, I mean, if okay, I get it. Some people are so, but
I
have
would
like
have been so pissed.
have a conversation with the lady and tell her to pick up
You
the
need
pace.
to move faster or
Yeah.
I'm going to replace you.
I have to admire
Here,
the shade
put
on
this-
that one.
put
though.
this
That
right
was pretty-
there.
That was good. That's-
Merry Christmas, you slowpoke. Like, damn. That's how you feel?
what I would have done if I were her
Sheesh.
is I would have bought a rabbit and put it next to it and said, "You remember the tortoise and the hare? Mm-hmm. You know, you
Slow
probably
and
work
steady.
fast and screw everything up.
Slow and
Taking
steady
my
wins
time
the
when it's
race.
right."
That's right. I agree with you.
That's funny. I'm sorry. I do admire the length that he went to make his point as much of an asshole as he is.
I
Yeah.
would have kicked his ass. I
But
would've
but
fired.
slowly, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Very tortoise-like.
That's right.
He's an asshole.
If you start with the balls, then you can take your time with the rest.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my god.
he ain't moving for a while. Not when Sasha kicks him.
That's right. Instant vertigo. He would have pissed me off. That would have pissed me off.
You don't. Yeah, you don't have to hit him. You just have to put up a phone with
Yeah.
a Diddy movie on it.
Oh my god.
That'll do it.
Give him,
That'll do it.
give him a pair of headphones.
That'll
and
do it.
Yeah, make him listen. Sit him down, force him down, and make him listen.
It's too much.
You know,
I cannot.
and then make him to listen to More Money, More Problems afterwards. Force him to listen to the whole Diddy album, not just the hits. I bet you there's clues.
Not just the
It'd be
hits.
interesting if they went through
Necessary.
every single Diddy album, full album, back when they made albums.
And then analyze them.
Analyze them for any clues that might have been there,
please.
or anybody, or any, Biggie albums or anything associated with him back in the day.
I love it. I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Yeah.
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 Where is Maze these days? We need to get him on the stand.
Well, he stepped away from that whole bad boy world.
Yeah, and you got to ask yourself why.
Yeah. Well, now we know.
Those are the guys you want.
Well,
It's
yeah,
the-
now we know.
Those are the fun ones the prosecution goes after.
Yeah.
Then you go after what's his face?
I'm waiting for them to get
Cudi.
Farnsworth. Farnsworth Bentley, because he was Diddy's umbrella holder for like ages.
Was he
then
really?
umbrella holder.
the guy that used to hold the umbrella for Diddy. Y'all don't remember him?
Yeah, but is
Farnsworth
it,
Bentley.
I
I
thought
just
he
want to
was
know how much he made doing that.
wasn't he an actor or something? No.
He did do some acting.
Okay.
He did.
Because I know the name.
He did.
But
Yep.
He's in a couple of Tyler Perry movies, I think.
You better
Why?
not.
So he was able to deal with Diddy. That was easy. Do that. Allegedly. I'm sorry. All of this allegedly.
Of course, it's
Allegedly.
all allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly. Okay, I have a
The podcast buddy can't get sued. I'm sorry. It's,
Please.
it's not fair. It's not
Please
my
don't.
podcast.
Please don't.
You were going to say, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, I had a question. So what's going on with R. Kelly?
So he apparently he said that they tried to over medicate him or OD him. Like he ended up in the hospital.
In what manner? Like what medication was he prescribed that they gave him too
I
much?
don't know what kind of medication it was. When I read the article, I didn't see what medication he was on. It didn't say.
Okay.
But they were saying that they made him take a double dose.
Made him?
Yeah.
Well,
They were trying to kill him?
They brought in a 14-year-old girl that had perfume that was laced with whatever it was, and
And they were like, here,
yeah, here you go. And he
take a double.
sniffed twice. That's
Oh
it,
my
you know.
goodness.
It's just, to me,
I have no idea.
I think it's all a ruse to try to get him on home confinement.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of that facility.
Yeah. Like he keeps saying people are trying to kill him. The
Yeah.
staff is trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Inmates are trying to kill him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he OD'd it. He ended up in the hospital. But he's okay.
So he's not leaving.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
He gonna have to die to get out of there. I hope he knows that.
Yeah, I agree. Because they're not going to.
They're
just,
not.
They're just not. I'm sorry. When
There's
you go.
no leniency
They'll
for him.
put him. They could probably put him, house him somewhere where he's in a safer environment away from general population. But I guess, he's saying that the staff is out to get him too. So
it's not gonna matter where they put him in there, huh?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could probably split the difference and make him do the rest of his sentence in a closet.
Yes, they can.
He trapped in the closet.
Well, yeah, he obviously doesn't like it, so that would be the good thing to do.
Send him to a different prison. They can do that.
No.
It's gonna be the same problem wherever he goes. He's gonna, if he's trying to get out of jail, he's gonna make up, fabricate allegedly fabricate stuff for other places.
Yeah, I agree.
You're safe nowhere because it's not like anybody doesn't know who he is.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Okay.
Well, no one's safe in prison.
Depends on who you are.
No. Like, if you're running the prison, you're okay.
Yeah.
But really, you're not. Everybody has to watch their
Yeah,
back.
they gotta watch their back. You're right.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is all we have for you this week on the Real Talk Lineup. You can check us out at realtalklineup.com and on Facebook and Instagram at Real Talk Lineup. And you can always listen to us on your favorite streaming platform.
Mm-hmm. It's been real.
I'm sorry, I'm a little dizzy here.
Please don't stand up.
I'm sorry. No, I really, really enjoyed this one, although I will say my head is spinning from all of the sex talk today.
This is so much. I had no idea you were so well versed.
Me?
Yes.
Me?
Sure, he's been around the block
Okay,
quite a few times.
Now we need to go back to a couple of previous episodes and
no.
some of the sexual consultation that we got from my right here.
I am a professional educator of things.
Absolutely.
So I have a degree in minding other people's business. That's why I know so much. What's your excuse?
You have a degree in minding other people's business?
Yes, I do.
And other people's hoish behavior.
That's
not
right.
my own, but somebody else's. Yeah.
Other people's.
Yeah,
other
exactly
people's.
right. That's what people who usually are deflecting from themselves say.
First of all,
Sasha? What?
not too much.
Not too much. You give me a nickname, Big Boss, you think you have the right to
You
abuse
gave
it
yourself that nickname.
now. Well, you guys
Andy.
continue.
Yes,
It's written
he
here in
did.
a script I'm looking at still. It has not gone away.
Oh, you have my notes. You have my personal
I have,
notes.
I'm looking at notes here.
Okay.
I love it when she writes the notes. It was the one here. Oh yes, for the first one on the Crazy Train. I just can't with these dumb people. It's her notes.
They're dummies.
Yes, I love
Your
that.
notes are fantastic.
You know.
Well, thank you.
No, you do what you're supposed to. You do bullet points here. Yeah. What an asshole. This is a bullet point.
Well, I learned the bullet points from you.
That's
I know.
a good bullet point.
I know.
That's good stuff.
They're more like excited utterances here. Bullshit. Trump is not involved. I'm looking at
Random outbursts.
yeah.
You're ranting. You're ranting.
You printed off the wrong set of notes.
Yeah. Did you see the video? I mean, things like this.
I got to
These
remember
poor jurors,
Gotta remember what I want to say.
I know. I get it. I love it. It's out of context. It's hysterically funny.
It is.
Oh my
Good
god.
stuff. Good stuff, JoJo.
All right. Anything else you guys want to say?
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Like, subscribe,
Like, comment, and subscribe. And share.
And Ronnie Cole and I made a little 15-second
It was
video.
more than. What?
She said, I think
Well,
this
it
is
seemed
like
more than 15
No,
seconds.
she's like, I think this is like a minute long.
It was.
Can I stop dancing now? Is that it? One of those?
Exactly.
What were you dancing to? I didn't see it, so.
No, we didn't. I got to post it.
okay.
I got to edit it and then I'll post it. Surprise.
Surprise.
Happy belated Juneteenth, by the way. Because you'll be hearing.
I
this
was going to say, well, thank
afterwards.
you, but I don't feel like I have the right to say that.
You're
Oh
a
my
well,
God.
You do.
You're a well-meaning white person.
You're
You're on the other
you're
side
at
of
the
it.
barbecue.
That's right. That's
You
right.
help us cook and everything. Like, yeah, you're.
I'll make the potato salad.
You're one of
I
the.
make
Or not.
No, I make really, really good potato salad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Yes, I do.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
No, you do. You did make it for us one time.
Did I?
And it was amazing.
There you go.
I
See?
remember making
You did. And I kept going in there and I was like, who made this? No, that was pasta salad.
The pasta salad. I made that
Never
for.
in all my years did I have a pasta salad that delicious.
Aw,
I don't think I've
thank
ever
you.
eaten that much pasta salad in one day.
I love pasta
See?
salad.
It was so good.
Thank you.
So, happy Juneteenth.
Thank you.
You've,
Boss.
you've redeemed yourself from the 40 acres and a mule days.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Because you make good potato salad or pasta salad or any of it.
Can we put this in there? Are you going to put that in there?
We'll leave it in.
Fantastic.
See how far we've come?
Yeah.
How far all of us have come?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to shut it off now then.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Bye.
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 Bye.